In the early 1200s, there was a pretty powerful kingdom in the north of Wales called Gwynedd. And Henry III, the King of England, after a treaty called the Treaty of Montgomery, actually named Llywelyn Prince of Wales. They were a pretty powerful North Welsh kingdom. Where I'm standing right now is called Conwy Castle. It is epic as. And for a brief period of time in the mid-1200s, it was basically the height of traditional Welsh culture. It didn't last long though. King Henry III died and King Edward I came into power. And he was pretty crazy. He's also called the Hammer of the Scots, known for his campaigns in Scotland. But our story today is in North Wales. So in, I think it's 1283, Edward I led a full-scale invasion into North Wales. He wanted to control this area specifically, the Kingdom of Gwynedd. This place is magnificent, man. Thank you. So, King Edward I succeeded, managed to get control of North Wales, and it led him to build what's famously called the Ring of Iron, a crazy chain of castles basically encircling North Wales. It goes to show how resilient the northern Welsh people were. Right? Hello. King Edward almost bankrupted his kingdom just to build this Ring of Iron, the big chain of castles, all for the purpose of just encircling the North Welsh, taking control and monitoring trade routes, export routes. I believe this river is called the River Conwy, and this castle, yeah, is Conwy Castle. King Edward I actually lived here for a while. I've been wanting to come to a castle in the UK or in Wales this whole time. I've been excited for it, but I've been waiting for this one specifically because I think this has such a brilliant story. It talks about Welsh independence. It goes to show how fierce and how strong the Welsh were, like Llywelyn or Llywelyn the Great. Welsh is quite tricky. When there's a double L, it's like pronounced, which is hard for me to do. So Llywelyn the Great. Have a look at the views, man. What a crazy spot for a castle, huh? I think it's an unbelievable story. The fact that King Edward put so much money into all of these castles, into the Ring of Iron, that he almost sent England, or his kingdom, bankrupt, just to control the Welsh. There's another little inlet here. And now we've got the modern additions, which you can see down here, the railway. Which, this railway goes back to the late 1800s. That's the railway there. I'm not certain if this was the same railway that they used for exporting slate and stuff like that from the mines. I'd imagine it would be. There's the old drawbridge. That's incredible, huh? As we walk around and as we do a little tour together of this castle, you will see that King Edward not only built this castle here, but also built crazy perimeter walls encircling all of Conwy, all of this town. as you drive into this town, you drive through the walls. It's fantastic. That was a bit of like, you know, a bit of a push, a bit of a punch to the Welsh. Like, we've come, we've conquered, and now we're encircling your town with a wall. And they kicked all the Welsh out, brought all the English in, who lived inside the fort, and the Welsh were kicked out to outside the fortifications. Let's see if we can get up here.
What we want to do is try and get to that crypt.
And then the train just goes.
There's a few things I want to see here. I think these are the old, the death pits, are they not? I believe so. That's very, very high. There's a chapel in here where King Edward had a little private room. There's a few little royal secrets. What a gorgeous castle, man. Wow, cuz. That's very far. There's the old arrow slits for the defense in the towers. There's another higher one there. Unbelievable. So this was built in 1283. So what's that? 700 and something years old. So the Conwy River comes straight into the heartland of Wales. That's epic, man. That's crazy. Okay, let's find this chapel. Okay, we found it. This is the chapel, I believe. Maybe it's downstairs. I think it only took them 8 years to build this.
Go first, I'm slow.
Can you go down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll squeeze
Go
past you.
ahead. Yeah,
Thank you so
I'm
much.
Very slow.
No worries, take your time.
Thank you. Go right ahead. Oh, okay.
This is the secret one. So this is King Edward's secret chamber, so he could watch the chapel, you know, like the ceremonies, the sessions, privately. So all the common people would be down here, and King Edward would be up here by himself. And I believe he's got his own toilet. Yeah, there you go. That would have been his toilet. A private prayer room.
Oh, prayer room. I said,
Yeah. So this was King Edward, the person who built Conwy Castle. This was his little private room for the king, so he could watch the ceremony. And so down at the chapel, all the common people would be down there, and he'd be up here on his own.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
W knowledge. So here's the chapel with the beautiful glass. And I believe this glass has the story of Llewellyn's struggle against King Edward. It'll be hard for you to make out with the exposure. And then, King Edward would have been up there watching the ceremony. How cool is that? Let's evacuate out of here.
I should follow you. You've got all that.
So 8 years in total is the building of this castle, but also the whole fortifications around the town. I read some figures supposedly about 11 million pounds to build this in today's money. But there's not only this one. Remember, there's a chain of, I can't remember the number of castles, like 10 or more, all around Wales. It's absolutely massive, man. We're doing well for time. There is rain coming. Stockhouse Tower. There's another thing I'd like to try and find. Oh my goodness. I'd like to try and find the old scaffolding holes in the walls. And you can see how they built. You can easily see how they built and maintained all the walls, because they would have whitewashed them as well. They would have looked very beautiful back in the day, you know. It's a little bit of sprinkle right now, some rain coming. It's busy today. For your reference, it's a Saturday. I believe I can't see a real good example for you. Here we go. This is probably the best example I can see. These sorry? Oh, well, there's no sign down there, mate. These little holes here, that's where they would have built their scaffold. There. So they have like a scaffold system to then work their way up the wall. Off the grass, mate. Let's see if we can go down. I want to show you the under area where the servants would have worked. This could be it. This is exactly it. You can see the old joist holes. So that would have been the main floor upstairs. There's the big fireplace. So upstairs would have been amazingly warm and cozy. All the guests would have been up here. And this is the servant area. You can tell because not so nicely finished stone. Up here would have been a lot more beautiful. And yeah, that's where the old joists would have gone. All these notches here in the brickwork. That's so cool. It's nice that we can find some quiet spots, you know. People, I often find that some people like to follow and listen. What a beautiful shot that is. That's so cool. Joyce would have gone across here and then just weight bared on top of that stone wall. It must have been cold down here, man, because there's no fireplace. The only fireplace is upstairs. The better windows as well are upstairs with the seats either side of the window. And then the little crappy windows for the servants down here. What a beautiful castle, huh? Beautiful castle. Look at the size of that fireplace. That would have been massive. It's good they have a bin. So that probably would have been the grand hall, I would imagine. Especially with all the effort with these windows and the seats either side, the big fireplace. I would imagine that would be the grand hall. That's crazy, whatever that is. I'm not sure if that would have been a walkthrough or... That's a beautiful arch. Imagine being down here, no fireplace, it's all upstairs, you'd be freezing. Cellar, below hole. There you go, I didn't see them. Let's try and make our way out and see the wall. We can walk around the wall for a little while and get a view of Conwy, of the town. Off the bloody grass, mate. Ancient grass. Pretty epic. On one of these towers on the outside, on the curve, you can see more effectively the scaffolding system they would have used. It's hard to find, to be honest. I thought I'd be able to find it a lot easier. I believe that is it. Just behind that guy's head, there's a notch in the wall. And then that wraps all the way around the tower.
Okay, Frank, you get the photo.
I think these are some of the first that we see in castles here. That's like a defensive mechanism, and there's another floor on top of that. And people up here, when people are attacking, can drop stuff down in between. I can't remember what they call these, like, I forget the word for it.
I'm a hopeful man.
Tour guide.
So, nice and slow. We'll get everyone together.
You can see up there the notches for the scaffolding. There and there.
Udo, nice to meet you. So when you're
Perfect
at the
timing,
castle-
just before the tour group. Let's get out of here.
More left and right.
I feel like I'm live streaming, haven't turned the camera off yet. Hey. This is the coolest road ever. That's the gate at the very far end, the perimeter wall. We come through there with such a sick view of the castle. Here's the outside. Mega, man. So crazy. It's absolutely like mind-blowingly beautiful. All these roads, the ocean coast. I don't know why I didn't picture it to be so beautiful. It like catches you by surprise, right? Because in my head you think that UK and Wales is always going to be grey and dull. But for me, fingers crossed, and then touch wood, the weather's been amazing so far. Today is more gloomy, the most gloomy day we've had so far. So we should be able to find the perimeter wall and walk around it. There's a bloody Porsche Boxster, mate. That's nice, I do like the black. I would have chose black if I could, but yellow was the only option. Like, look at that, how cool. Some people just drive through here every day. That's their daily drive. I love the flags at the top. The Welsh flag's really cool. They have like a red dragon. I'm not sure what the dragon means. If you know, drop it in the comments. This is where you buy your tickets. It's getting progressively more busy. Sorry, bro. Oi. That's okay. Scoot through here, sorry. Thank you. Let's go, brother. How do we get out of here? Go through here. Let's find a wall walk. We'll follow it around. Up here, you reckon? Or over here? Go over this way.
There you go. Don't go with that.
Let's jump up on here, see how far we can walk around. The wall's unbelievable. You don't realize how big this is. You don't I had no idea it was this big. I've seen, of course, done research and everything, obviously. And still, had no reference for how big this really was.
He's got my phone around us.
So originally, under Conwy, underneath this castle, it wasn't a Welsh castle originally, but it was like a bit of a spiritual, from what I can tell and from what I've read, a spiritual sort of center, like a court almost, where a lot of the princes, the Welsh princes from different areas would come and meet. So that's sort of why as well. You're okay. Thank you. That's sort of why King Edward, thank you sir, built the castle here. It was basically right on top of their spiritual kind of court area, right? That's the Welsh. So cool, they have their own language, man. I think it's such an epic visual representation of how crazy strong and resistant the Welsh must have been. For King Edward to go to such great lengths to try and control the Welsh, and then for the Welsh to then still maintain their identity and their language, everything. There's some stubborn, resilient people, man. Because like I said earlier, King Edward, he's the son of King Henry III. That's a beautiful view. I'd imagine they would be arrow slits, right? I lost my train of thought there. I'm not sure what I was saying. But King Henry III, he's the one that, at the Treaty of Montgomery, pronounced Llewellyn the Great Prince of Wales. I believe Llewellyn was supposed to kind of pay tribute to England, but he didn't, and that, from what I believe, is why King Edward also invaded, because like they weren't paying tribute and stuff like that. Nice song. Look at that, cuz. That's sick as. It's hard to find parking on a busy day like today. So these walls go forever. You can just keep walking around the town. I'll walk around and try and get some better views for you guys and show you different angles. Just pumping down a quick meal, and then we'll get back outside and continue the story. Not sure where a wall is for me here to go up. Shortly after King Edward's set this up and invaded, there was a Welsh revolt, and it led King Edward to be stuck inside Conwy Castle for about a year. Supplies and everything had to be brought in via sea route, because a bunch of the Welsh people had controlled all the land.
Mine wasn't, and she went back and got it.
Wonder if we can get up here. I'm struggling to walk a bit at the moment. My femur, my knee, isn't really liking it. So beautiful. What a gorgeous town built inside the fortress. There you go, you can see a bit of a map overview. As for the castle, and the walls go all the way around. We were obviously in the castle, walked along that wall, got out there, and then we can go back in here and we'll walk down the back side of the wall. This is the gorgeous end that you drive through, with the castle view straight down there. Just in time. It's starting to rain. So we finished our tour perfectly. I'm gonna walk back to my car because you actually can't walk on those walls. And I'll finish the story. But while I'm walking back, let me take you back in time and show you the camping spot last night in North Wales up on the coast in Anglesey. It was beautiful. So let me take you back in time while I'm walking back. Good morning. It is so peaceful here. So peaceful. We're on the coast of Anglesey, very North Wales, and this is so cool. This is an old brick station where they made the bricks in the late 1800s and early to mid 1900s. These would have been like the kilns where you heat up the bricks. They stack them all in there and dry them out. These chimneys are massive, man. It's getting absolutely destroyed by erosion. It would have been all the way out here back in the day. They used silica from a local mine. Silica is what you use to put together with the bricks. Silica is terrible for your lungs, so it would have been pretty brutal working in these factories. Yeah, I just wanted to bring you back in time and show you this. Water's chilly, but it's refreshing. Sam's making us brekkie. Eggs, spam, boiled some hot water, ready for coffee. Alright, back to the castle. Woohoo! We timed it perfectly, man. All the rain is here. Now we can't mention any... Oh, what's going on here, bloody... I'm used to having my indicator on the left, so I always miss it and hit my window wipers accidentally. We can't mention any of this architecture and these crazy castles and the forts without mentioning the man behind it. James. He was from Switzerland or France. And he was employed by King Edward specifically for this. Go, brother. He was the genius behind all of these designs. Here's one of the gates you go through. So sick. I'm gonna take you on a loop just to show you the castle view, man. Let's go. See, I forget the bloody... which one's the indicator. So this is the perimeter wall. We kind of have to take the roof off, don't we? I want to show you guys. We're going to get wet. I'll wait until we're down here and I'll take the roof off and show you. This is the very back perimeter wall, but I couldn't take you along it. They've closed it. You're not allowed to walk along it. But yeah, a very significant castle and the beginning of an epic story, the Ring of Iron, King Edward's reign, and also talking about Llywelyn the Great, the Prince of Wales. That's why I wanted to bring you guys here. And of all the castles, I think it's got such a cool story. This was the first, basically the first of the constructed Ring of Iron castles. So it's perfect for explaining. This is the gate bit I wanted to show you. I'll just take the roof off real quickly, just so I can show you this entrance, because this entrance is sick. And you can see it way better with the roof down. And that's the castle straight ahead. Like, what a crazy view, huh? Absolutely gorgeous view. We drive through the fortress, the wall that was built to surround Conwy. Unreal, huh? Well, that's it. The rain's here. I'm not going to show you much more. So thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to press the like button for me. It's free and it helps me. You can support me further if you're enjoying my content. There's a buy me a coffee link in the description. Because sometimes when YouTube doesn't do well, the pay is absolutely terrible. And I have to resort to making money other ways. But I would prefer to keep making these videos as often as I can. Alright guys, woo! Peace out, man.